I'm Miriam. I'm a physiotherapist at Fit for Life Physiotherapy. I wanted to talk to you today about a squat and how to do a squat properly. This is a really great strengthening exercise for anyone, particularly for runners. So to go into a squat, I'm going to stand sideways so you can see what's happening at my hips and my pelvis. A lot of times people, when they squat, they think, I want to keep my back nice and straight. So they squat down and they keep their back all the way straight. And then if you look at what's happening with my knees are forward over my toes, and that can put a lot of strain on the knees. What we want to see happen is that if we hinge a little bit more at the hips to bring our buttocks back, we can see that my knees come back more over my toes. And that's going to be a whole lot easier on my knees, and it's actually going to work my quads, my hamstrings, and my glutes much more effectively. The other thing to keep in mind when you're doing a squat is the position of your pelvis. You really want to make sure that you're not tucked under. You want to maintain that nice neutral spine here. So if I go into a squat here, and if perhaps I was a little bit more tucked this way, see what happens to my knees. They push forward, and again, that can cause a little bit of stress and strain on the knees. Again, we want to just tilt the pelvis to come back, hinge at the hips, and then brings myself back into a better position. So those are some key things to think about when you're doing a squat. Some of the things that make it difficult for us to achieve those positions is when we do have really tight hamstrings. Our hamstrings come from our pelvis and they come to the back of the knee, and when they're really tight, they do tend to pull us under. So if you're finding it's really hard for you to get that neutral spine position, whether it's because of tight hamstrings or our tight hip flexors that might bring us more into a little bit of a flexed position, and it's harder for us to get back into that neutral position. Those might be some areas then that you're going to want to stretch out to allow you to have a better mobility in order to achieve a really great squat and to start to build some strength.